Oh yeah, y'all know what it is right here, right now. This is the Remix Morning Show with that boom bap right here for you and yours, radical news and politics. I go by the name of the Air Doctor. Let me introduce you to your host. You got no other than Kwame K. Franklin. Yeah. Oh,
can you hear me?
Now we can. Let's
you have me on mute, son.
Hey man, I had to mute you while the music was on. I got a different setup today. We trying to get things right.
I'm saying you got all the sun is in your eyes. Like today, you the sun doctor. You get it? The sun doctor. You got Peace, everybody. So this is the Karaoke Franklin Morning Show. I'm running things. We gotta have another host. She's coming in, but she's a little late. When you sleep on that new hair, you got to do a lot to keep it down.
Oh my goodness!
I think you know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been laid side by side, with black women for the last 40 years of my life.
Hey, did you get the silk sheet for the pillowcase? You got to get that for them.
That's always like thrown in there as a Christmas gift, right? You throw that in there as one of the like the way they give you socks. You gotta give a little silk. You gotta do a little something to keep them happy.
That's right, Sugar Booger. I am working on vacation. I am up in DC right now, and you see,
you really want to call that working?
What I'm doing? Of course. I mean, I get up early for the people of them. You know what I'm saying? And then I go downstairs to go get a coffee to 7-Eleven, and they got on a stick cheesy barbecue meatballs on a stick selling them.
I'm about to say
I was like, what? What kind of
even my bad eating ways, I'm about to throw up. That's like, even my bad eating ways, I don't think I can take that.
Cheesy. It's a cheesy barbecue. Let me see if Kim is ready, man. Kim. No, not ready.
Right. I mean, I'm here. I don't know how much ready you want me to be. Literally, like I looked right before my phone went off. Air Doctor said, "Hey." I had literally had just opened my eyes, and I said, "I wonder what time it is." and then I looked. It said 8:03. I said, "Oh shit! I need to move." I'm sorry. Voila. I'm dressed. Wait, what's going on?
Are you dressed?
Okay.
She got a Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought we were going to see the hair today. I know it's like a family booty thing.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Oh no, I thought we was going to see the hair today. I saw like on last night's show you had the down. This is what we get in the morning show.
Hey.
People don't donate to the fundraiser.
Don't do me like that.
Over there.
Hair products. We can't get nothing.
Over here looking like be Nazi.
Don't do me like that. I will turn this camera off and go back, lay back down.
No.
Look gorgeous.
All right, matey. Now you look good. Caribbean.
I'll take it. I'll take this off and shake it around or whatever.
Wait for the break. Yeah, shake it around. Wait for the break. Everybody needs to see the new hair. Wait for the break.
It's not new per se. Come out. It's just
the new do.
It's been some heat applied to it. That's it.
It's not officially dyed and laid to the side, but it's got a little bounce to it now.
A teeny bit, yes, a teeny bit.
Yeah, I got you.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all feel? What's up, everybody? What's up, remixers? Let me get in this chat and see what's cracking. How's everybody feeling? Where was y'all even talking about?
There's something he ate on a stick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I went down to. I'm here in DC. So I went downstairs and got a coffee, and they had a cheesy barbecue meatballs on a stick selling.
So are you in DC or are you right outside of DC?
I'm in Northeast DC.
Oh, you right down the street.
What?
Come on, get on Rhode Island Avenue. Come right up Rhode Island Avenue.
Don't one of the breaks. Damn.
Right. You have to show up behind me.
This door is closed right here. I don't know where you can walk when you walk out that door.
Oh, that's the bathroom.
There's rumors flying around. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
but I started.
Yeah, you did start it, like the one with you and Jackie. But I ain't gonna keep pressing that one though.
My love, I need my love back. I need my love Jackie back, yo.
Oh, she's coming.
I know. Nobody donated a kidney yet in the chat. the fuck is going on?
So first of all, look at yourself when you ask yourself these questions.
Run your
Ask yourself
kidney.
these same questions.
Run a kidney, B. Run a kidney.
But so so whatever the thing was from MedStar Washington, like I sent the email. So anyway, basically they want you to fill out a long form, but you can't do it on your phone. That's where I have fell down on the assignment. Like I have to sit down at the laptop and fill out this questionnaire. And
this is to get the setup for Jackie to get the food at her house or whatever like that.
Oh no, this is for the kidney.
Oh, this is for the kidney thing. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There's a questionnaire for the kidney. There's a long questionnaire for the kidney, but you can't do it on your phone. And I know that does not sound like a reason to have not completed it, but I mean, I have not completed it kind of for that reason.
Slow you down. I mean, she's only waiting for
Hey, Kamal, have you received your email with your questionnaire?
Well, I mean, they said that my kidney was too, it's not something. I'm too tall. And she's short, and so my kidney wouldn't work in her body. That's what they said.
I don't think that's what was said.
You don't think they said that? When I filled out the form, I think that's what the form said. Like if you're over 6 feet, which of course I am.
Whoa!
All lies.
All lies, all day, every day.
All lies.
So who's getting married again now? Your sisters get married, you said, or who's getting married?
What are you talking about?
Birthdays.
No,
Birthdays.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, birthday celebration.
What's happening?
But you know, it feels good to be back in the city, to walk down the avenue and in the streets and go to stores and stuff like that. That's the one thing I miss.
That's true.
Nah. You can't walk around the city. Not like that.
Oh, because you live in the country? Ear doctor?
Atlanta don't let you do that. Atlanta's not close to any. You can't, like a New York vibe or DC vibe where, like, you go outside your house, there's the bodega right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk to your boy's house, or you can do whatever else you can do. You can walk to the train station. It's just like a walk in life. You don't need a car.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So Atlanta's not a walkable city.
Nah.
Unless you live like downtown in the
That's it. Hey, but Kim, you got a very serious question in the chat room over here.
Oh shit!
It says, Kim, your scarf be staying on all night. This is from Ricky Ryan.
Oh, excellent question, Ricky Ryan. So the answer usually is no. I'm gonna turn around and show y'all. See, because you see how it's to the side. It did start like directly in the back. See? So what we got going on back here.
Okay.
So the answer usually, Ricky, is no. I have a sleep cap. I have my bonnet, as it were, but I have misplaced my bonnet. So I had to find the scarf and literally there's no good way to keep a hairstyle, like a straight hairstyle. That's why I don't be getting my hair done, dog, because I'm not about this life.
Kim, lock it up. Stop playing.
Coming soon come, maybe in a couple years. I was just asking the girl yesterday who does my hair. I said, is it true? Well, I basically said, can you start locking hair if your hair is already long, right? Because I don't want to do the wild child stage. You feel me? And she was like, nah, you don't have to, start from the scalp. if you already have hair, you can lock your existing hair.
Yeah,
so I said,
when I started my second set, my hair was like about long as yours. I had a big fro. So yeah, you good. Because it's going to what?
Did you freedom lock your hair, or did you have like a person?
Nah,
did you lock it yourself?
I locked it myself. Yeah, you can't.
You took some egg. Oh man, why was folks locking their hair with raw egg back in the day? Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Idiots.
Is it idiots? I don't know who did that.
Idiots. Your hair naturally, most of it naturally kinks. It already does that, so you don't even have to do that. It's just they.
So you just did the simple twisting.
Yeah, that's more for the Europeans, because their hair mats. It mats. Like that's what
like
it does.
Beaver
it's not
tail.
Like,
It looked like a beaver tail when it was
exactly.
Like exactly. Yeah, it's like, like cut that out.
Yes, you know who's white people dreads I always think of when I think of white people with dreads. I think of, y'all remember the movie Class Act with Kid and Play?
Oh yeah, the white
Jamal from the Young Black Teenagers.
The Young Black Teenagers. Pop the bottle in, twist the cap. pop the bottle with twist the cap. Yeah, I remember Young Black Teenagers. Wow, that's crazy.
How did we allow that to happen? I'm just curious.
Oh my
How did we
goodness.
allow
We don't control shit. We don't
a
control.
bunch of correct come out? That is correct. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well,
this could be cool. Let's do this.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do some type of break here. It's gonna be a little different today, but we're gonna make it happen. You know
Stop
what I mean?
squinting in the goddamn camera.
Well, I got sun in my eyes. What the
Yeah,
fuck
well,
you
move it.
expect?
Can't you move it? You know what I'm saying? It's distracting me.
Did you open the blind?
Your face distracts all of us, but we still watch. Anyway,
Aw.
hey, you know we
Leave
got
Kamau
those shots a
alone.
little bit. Kamal's people's right there. But check this out. Let's go ahead and get to our first break right here on the Remix Morning Show. Let's go. All right. Welcome out, everybody, to the Remix Morning Show. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Go to patreon.com, drop some change in the bucket because you know we love it. We got some things we doing over here at Black Power Media. We got a fundraiser. We are raising funds for our documentary on Cuba that's coming out. It's going to be real dope, and with your help, it's going to be even dope. All right, so check this out. We wanted to show some love on this beautiful day right here. So I was like, let me go to some hip hop love. Some of the best hip hop love songs I could think of. So who did I think of first? Well, let's say my boy, Sliggity Rick. That's right, Slick Rick. In case you didn't know, he came out with a song back in the day, which is known as Teenage Love. Teenage Love. Now, let me tell you about this song real quick. Teenage Love was on the Great Adventures of Slick Rick album, first single release on this album that came out in 1988. It was produced by Slick Rick and the Bomb Squad. It would be a proven hit, number 16 on the Hot Black singles and number 8 on the Hot Rap singles. It wasn't as successful as the next single, Children's Story, but it was very dope. Now, let's go to this track right here, Teenage Love, and look at what he was talking about here. This is for you and y'all. This is only something you will get right here at the Remix Morning Show. So let's show you. All right. Teenage love. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. They said what? Y'all singing. A teenage love. Yeah. A teenage love. Say what? Don't hurt me again. Don't. Hey, sport, here's a thought from the old school crew. A serious situation we all go through. It deals with your feelings, so hear what I say. It's like a day when nothing seems to go your way. Bust this, two people, they really like each other. He says there's no else, she claims there is no other. The feeling's the same, you perceive a notion to reveal your inner thoughts and deep inner emotions. Well, that's right. A teenage love, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, we had to take you there. This is the Remix Morning Show. Let's take you back to our hosts. There you go.
What the fuck was that? What was that? What the fuck are you doing just now?
I love that. I love it here, Doctor.
Is this our way of avoiding a strike? Is you got to sing over the song? Is that what the hell is going on? Where's the karaoke version so we don't get no copyright strike?
Hey, we're examining the lyrics to these hip hop love songs. You know, a lot of people don't even know.
Job. Usually you usually do that, but that was terrible. What are you doing? You didn't even know the song.
I bust the lyrics.
It was karaoke. It was karaoke. Come out. I thought he did a great job. Hey, Doctor, that was dope.
Thank you.
No one.
You're allowed mistakes in karaoke. Come on, man. Get with the.
Doctor.
You said love songs. I thought you was gonna do some LL. I figured there's gonna be some LL, yo.
I mean, can we get there? It's more than one love song.
There we go.
Say thanks for messing
Is that gonna
up
be the
my
theme
whole.
for the day? Then you're gonna do that whole
That's
theme.
go-
Oh my bad.
Yes.
You didn't say that was gonna be the theme for the day. I would have brought it up.
I didn't know I was supposed to report to you. My bad. I didn't know.
Hey, you tell Kamal he ain't the executive director over here, man. You executive director of some other niggas, not here.
Dude comes 1 minute late after 8 o'clock every show, and then I'm supposed to report to him.
My bad. I was just throwing out an opinion or two. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ear Doctor, first of all, thank you so much for I had no idea that Slick Rick and the Bomb Squad produced Teenage Love.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Bomb Squad been doing it for a while.
Shit. Bomb Squad, unfuckwittable out here. Teenage Love. First of all, I remember. I mean, I was a child, obviously, when the Great Adventures of Slick Rick came out, and I remember there were songs on that album that I could listen to, and there were songs I could not listen to. Right, I couldn't listen to Lick the Bees, right, or well, I like Mona Lisa, but. Yeah, anyway, so Slick Rick gave the kids a good mixed bag with that album. There was some choice. Because, a song like Children's Story, I'm like, ooh, Children's Story. I can listen to the whole album. My mother said nay.
Little Kim was in that video too. That was the first one. Yeah, Little Kim was in that video, looking like Little Kim.
Yeah.
When she was Little Kim?
Yeah, that's when she was Little Kim, the real one.
I heard some stats recently that Foxy Brown, when Foxy came out, her shit went like triple platinum or something, which I did not realize that she was that big. I always consider like their rivalry, whatever fake rivalry they had, you know what I mean? Like both came out sold it, but I had no idea Foxy was. I heard 2 songs I remember from Foxy, but they said her shit was banging like in terms of like album sales. I was like, I did not know that.
Yeah, I bought that Il Nana. That joint came out in '97. I remember.
Hey, big up, Manny. She said, honestly, Ear Doctor could give lessons on confidence and not letting people's comments get to you. If I could get a fraction of that, I would be unstoppable.
You can call it confidence or you can call it ignorance. It's up to you. It's up to you.
It's a combination, baby.
Either way, it's a gift. You're right.
After 40 years old, I just realized, I don't give a, I really don't care about other people's opinions because I have to live this life. You know what I mean? Nobody else. And once you know who you are, it don't matter. But big up to Manny.
I agree with you for the most. Don't be trying to get off yet. Don't be trying to get the fuck off the screen.
I ain't trying to get off.
And
I'm loving
this show is not going to be a regular show, obviously. You are wherever you are. Kim just woke up. The heel looks gorgeous, Kim. The heel looks gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Natalie Weaves over there by PG Plaza. she did the thing. She did what needed to be done. Thank you.
But yes, you are. We all at that age where, like, we don't let other people run our lives, tell us what to do, how to move. However, every now and then, we need to, take some advice and from others.
And humble ourselves. I don't do that. Hey, but I was about
to say. Neither does come out. So don't worry.
I'm constantly humbled on this show.
Oh man, I just love Kim.
We are not successful. We do try. It is you cannot humble Brooklyn. Everybody knows that. You cannot humble New York City, dog. And why will not be humbled ever.
Yeah. We came up in the era when we was calling ourselves gods and goddesses. This is we different. Right now, I don't know, But Kim, I love your snort laugh. That I really love.
I feel like that's new all the time. I was like, I feel like the last week, all of a sudden, the snort laugh has been coming out more.
I love it. Where else you gonna go to a show and get a snort laugh? That is great.
I said if we were a well-produced show, so I'd be pulling over to the side. It's like, can you not? Snort laugh?
No, y'all get this snort laugh.
We love the snort laugh. We love it. I love it too. Keep it up.
Good. That's how y'all know y'all really making me laugh, though.
Yeah. Hey, this show is falling apart. Do we got any news?
Let's run that.
Just run it.
Okay. Let me get up out of here real quick.
Yes. Kamal, it was all.
What you was gonna say, Kim?
I don't know. I said it was almost just you and Ear Doctor this morning, Kamal, because I was sleeping. I
Oh,
was sleeping, bro. I was sleeping. Normally, I pop up like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. At least I'd be awake and watching the news or something. But this morning I
no, it
woke
wasn't
up.
going like I'm fast to be the one like, all right, throw that repeat on. I gotta go. Now we were like if you did not come on the camera when you did, we were like 5 seconds away. But I'm like, yo, just throw that repeat on. I got things to do.
Oh
But
no!
I'm not going to do it by myself. I just like it's just not my joy or my love, whatever like that. They would have watched the repeat and been happy.
I would like to see a solo Kamal effort because I just feel as though I don't know what you would do. I feel as though if you saw the chat, you would be responding to the chat like a whole lot. But you're a very good interviewer, Kamal. Like I like to listen to your interviews when you have guests on. Like you always ask very thought-provoking and engaging questions. I mean, you do this. You can do this, sir.
Yeah, but the question is, do I want to for 2 hours?
No.
Although this is not guaranteed yet. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but I am in negotiation to get an interview with the one and only Noam Chomsky. It's negotiation. I know it shouldn't be that hard because I feel like he appears everywhere, but we're Black Power Media, so I feel like I got to work that out. So we'll see if I can make that happen. If I can make that happen, that'll be some sort of surprise thing. No longer that much of a surprise. I'm talking about it, but putting it out to work.
You're going to get your Noam Chomsky t-shirt. I think if you sent him a picture of you in a Noam Chomsky t-shirt, that would secure that bag.
I've been trying to control my fanboy through the emails. My fanboy like, bro.
Wait. No, Mr. Chomsky, Reverend Dr. Chomsky is answering his own emails.
Yeah, apparently all through most of his sort of academic political career, if you email him, more than likely he responds. Apparently somebody did an intro to us, but more than likely he responds to emails and all the rest of it, so even from strangers or whatever. So
nice. Okay, well I would love that for you, Kamal. I know you're a fan. And I know you would ask.
I was politicized through reading. Part of my politicalization was reading Noam Chomsky. It's not good to term it as fandom.
Oh, well, that's true. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, secretly, yeah, it's a little bit.
Fanboy.
Oh, you still do it? I was hoping he was going to have some technical issues and not be able to do that.
He forgot his effects machine because I was expecting that remix morning show, but I was.
I think we did get a little echo. You were late. That's why you didn't get no echo. You weren't here for the echo.
Touche.
But yeah, I mean, all y'all, yeah. So Noam, he might be a guest on Black Power Media.
Who wrote Chris Hedges? Who is that? Leah.
What did she say?
I think she was. Are you requesting Chris Hedges, Lady Alex?
But now we get all our favorite white lefties. It's like, hey, there's only a couple of white lefties we want to let on the show. Noam's got to pass.
Thank you. I was gonna say, dog, because
they got other platforms. They get on all day, all night. Only once in a while, a white lefty.
Well, not exactly. And I'm not a fan of everybody whiting on the left. Let's keep it a fucking buck. I don't like all them.
Yeah, they be having their little squabbles over there. I was like, I'm not involved in your squabbles, B.
Thank you.
Your Young Turks versus this one and that one. It's like, it's got nothing to do with my community. Y'all fight it out over there, whatever.
And then it's like I always inadvertently end up being made aware of some of these white leftists. And I'm like, why the fuck do I even know who this person is? Like, I'm angry about it. Like, who was it? I don't even know what a Jackson Hinkle is or what they do. But I saw a tweet from them and I said, this is some fucking bullshit. And the tweet that I saw from them, I'm paraphrasing, said something like, I'm going to unite like the left and the MAGA Republicans. And if you can't get with that, then you're irrelevant. I said, dog, knock yourself out with the MAGA Republicans. Have a good time. You uniting with the right. Nigga, please. You could never be on my side. You could never be my comrade. Uniting with the right.
At some point, they start doing it. They start to, and again, it's like, I understand you're supposed to organize the white folks, but don't ask me to be in that coalition. White folks, like, the white folks who are seem to be sworn to the duty of upholding white supremacy is like, yeah, you go work on that, But that's not act like that's going to be some friendly coalition I'm going to be a part of, I'm backing, or that I think you got a chance of organizing to be real. You know what I mean? It's like, so, because once you start talking to that audience, you do exactly what Glenn Greenwald has started to do, which is that you start doing that Tucker Carlson conversation, you start veering over with the politics, you start endorsing like the white boy who shot everybody at the rally, like so all that stuff starts to creep up. And I'm like, you know what? That's not my politics. I can't get down with that. So yeah, so we go on just one white lefty per year. Might be on BPM, depending at best. And then we gotta like them. They gotta have some track record. And so yeah, I know. So even I will ask Noam about like the politics of endorsing Biden, or when it comes to election time, that seems to be a shift as he got older or whatever like that. But again, I think there's a lot of true, great, radical history that Noam advocates, knows about, puts in a certain perspective, U.S. foreign policy. So yeah, so whether y'all like it or not, Noam is a spot on BPM.
And now for the news section.
So is he going to just put it in the chat? Nigga, what's wrong with you? Put it in the chat. Nobody wants to hear your overloaded voice trying to tell us what to do. Yeah, it's not going to be a regular show for y'all, just to let you know. It's not. It's not.
Now for our news segment.
Now I'm just not doing no fucking news. You're not doing it.
I mean, Ear Doctor, I don't appreciate this cyberbullying, sir. I feel like I'm being bullied.
Now I'm going to get all Kalanji on you and just not listen to you and shit.
Well, hold on. I have one more question / comment about Noam Chomsky. Because he's a linguist, right? He's a linguist by profession. I don't know what the fuck. He's a linguist, whatever. I mean, I would be curious about, if he has even paid attention to it, the fact that how a lot of African American vernacular English, a lot of AAVE is just in the regular fucking lexicon of American speaks, the American language these days. I was watching Meet the Press because I really just have to torture myself at least for 1 hour on a Sunday by watching Chuck Todd and Meet the Press. And I was watching Meet the Press, and they had Claire McCaskill, former senator from Missouri, on there, and she was talking about somebody being dissed. I think she was talking about Kamala. She was talking about somebody being, and they tried to diss her, but they just could not. It was inappropriate for her to be dissed that way. I said, if this bitch don't shut the whole fuck up, you know how mad that shit used to make me to hear like middle-aged white people fucking talk the done language, like speak the hip hop speak, when they used to get on us when we was kids. Like, how come y'all can't speak proper English? I mean, them and the bourgeoisie blacks, right? Well, I can't understand that hip hop language. You're just gonna have to use regular words for me. And now everybody speaks the fucking hip hop language, dog. That shit makes me so angry. It really makes me mad.
But that's how you know it's gone. Like as soon as you see it on some bad TV show or whatever, you're like, oh, that word ain't cool no more. They can have it now. Whatever. For the most part, they've done that all through their own history. Like, obviously the culture, the language, whatever. But I think Noam focuses more on, and then we will get to the news here, Doctor. Noam focuses more on the origins of the human capability to form language. And I think he may, I guess, but I think that, yeah. So, I mean, he's considered at one point, probably still true, the Einstein of the linguist. I don't want to call it the profession, but like he came up with a certain theory of how humans have the innate capability to speak languages. So it's already there. We're not like an empty shell. There's things that's already there for us that, depending on what culture you grew up in, which is why like they can take you can take an Asian kid and raise them in Spain and they will speak whatever. So because it's something that's already there for it to be brought out. And so that's part of the complexity of the mind and so forth. And so that's something that Noam was famous for, sort of either, I don't want to say inventing, but either sort of bringing out and putting forth as a theory, which has been accepted. And now even those who disagree, they have to battle sort of a Noam Chomsky linguist theory in order to have a large conversation on the topic. And of course, Noam, who got politicized, who was very political, is probably far more well-known in the world for his political speeches, his foreign policy takes, and the U.S. media, of course, hates him for that and does not give him the opportunity to spread the word more than they do other people like that, So yeah, so let's see if we can get Noam on. Let's do it.
Yes, I think Manufacturing Consent was the first Noam Chomsky book that I read, and I said, "Oh," I said, "Hello," and I was studying, journalism at the time. I said, "Oh, yep," and this is right after 9/11. When didn't Manufacturing Consent come out? Like right around then?
I can't
Maybe
remember
not
anymore.
right after 9/11. Maybe like 02, 03, somewhere in there. But anyway, I said, "Yep, come through, white man." Said the white man knew what he was talking about on this day.
That's
But
true. All
anyway,
right, so I do got some news.
let's go news.
I will start off with, so apparently our reparation dreams are coming true. I'm saying that in my best Dr. Ball voice. But
Your voice is not dripping enough with heavy sarcasm.
I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
You gotta ramp up that sarcasm in your voice and in your delivery and in inflection. Gerard is exceptional at the heavy sarcasm. So I'm sorry, continue.
No. It says the Dutch government is planning to set up a fund to officially apologize for its role in slavery. So let's see what that fund means. Says here further in the article that the Dutch government is said to be planning to apologize for its historic role in the slave trade and to set up a fund for projects that aim to raise awareness about the legacy of slavery.
Your awareness. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're setting up the fund. They're going to decide themselves on the amount of the fund, and then they're going to decide how to use the fund. Yep, that's what reparations is all about. The fund will be announced after the nation officially apologizes for its role in slavery by the end of the year or the beginning of next year, according to people familiar with the matter. It may be as big as 200 million euros, that's $204 million, the people said, speaking on conditions of anonymity. The Prime Minister's office declined to comment, and it says the decision is an unusual step in Europe where former colonial powers have been under pressure to reckon with their role in the slave trade in the aftermath of the Black Lives Matter movement, as they term it, although countries such as Germany and UK have made payments for violently putting down rebellions in Namibia and Kenya, respectively. The Netherlands would be among the first on the continent to set aside money as an apology for slavery.
What does set aside money mean? I don't even know what that means. It's just a bunch of gobbledygook. What does that mean? We're going to set it aside. Set it aside for whomst? For what purpose? To explore? To raise awareness?
To build maybe a museum.
Oh my God! See, this is how I know the whites is still in control of this whole thing. Because why don't you ask people who have been affected by the effects of slavery and colonialism? I assure you, these people do not want a fucking museum. You know what I'm saying? They want their money, run the jewels, run it back. Yeah. And $200 million is a pittance. It should be more like 200 trillion.
That's right. Have a conference with African nations, with the masses of people. Let them decide. Right? You sit there and listen. You don't do any talking. You sit there and take notes. Let them decide. That would be true reparations. But as we, anybody with, I'm be harsh here, with any amount of intelligence should understand that no true reparations will ever be given until you defeat your enemy, right? Otherwise, this is a propaganda scheme for them to say, look, we gave resources, so stop talking about that shit. That's basically is going to be the end of it for them. Is like, oh, remember we issued that apology, so why are you still bringing this up? Or remember, like it's like a date night kind of thing. It's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't get you this or whatever like that. It's okay, so you can't bring it up again. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not what reparations is about. You can't just apologize and then you just get to move on. You can't decide how money gets spent and then you just get to move on. That's not how it works. And they obviously know that already, which is why they do the things that they do in the way in which they do them. And I think, again, all the other European countries will follow suit and do something similar to that, because for them, it's all about the propaganda, the image setting, but not about giving up the resources that they took, not about making amends in real ways, and not about giving up their power and strength in the world. So
it's interesting to me the ways in which white supremacy does not want to confront the things that they did in the past. While they were doing these things, they were very proud to be doing these things, right? They were like, "Oh, we are the greatest genociders ever." We are ridding the world of savages. We are bringing civilization to the world. They were very proud to be doing all these things when they were doing them. And now, you know, retrospect, hindsight, 50 to 500 years, they're like, oh, well, we don't want to talk about that. We're going to be shredding documents. We're going to be covering up the legal ways and the documented ways in which our complicity to this system even existed. And even in a different sort of vein, not of the reparations per se, but in the erasure of the ways that Europeans colonized the world, and the brutalization and the brutal ways in which they did that. So in Northern Virginia, right down the street in Loudoun County, that was one of the flashpoints during the Virginia gubernatorial election, where current Governor Glenn Youngkin was able to run big. He really ran big on eliminating quote unquote critical race theory from Virginia public schools, which it's not taught in Virginia public schools. It's just American history, but no, it's got to be critical race theory. So anyway, there was a school board meeting this week. There were dueling protests as reported by the local news. And the white parents that were in favor of eliminating quote unquote CRT all said the same thing. Like, we don't have to teach our kids this version of history that makes them feel bad. And it's like, so what are you suggesting? You're just suggesting just erase all of the history that makes white people feel bad or that makes white people look bad. Like, where does that lead us? You know, what direction does that take? Because you guys don't even want to talk about or acknowledge historical facts and want to, you know, tailor and edit the narrative in a way that makes you, you know, not feel bad and gives you some sort of absolution from the atrocities that your ancestors or even your recent ancestors committed. So it's just wild. Like, it's like there is an acknowledgement there that America's not perfect, and you know, we do have a painful past, but let's look past that. Let's look past
I mean, that's the way the propaganda system works. Is not only do the elites obviously know what they're doing because they're putting out the propaganda, and I think for the common folks, but particularly the white folks who have, I guess, benefited from the system, they are fine with the system continuing. In fact, their argument isn't that the system needs to be replaced, is that we need to go back to the good old days of the 1950s and 60s, where we were clearly on top before that civil rightsy and Black Power stuff started, when Black folks in particular knew their place a little bit, let's say a little bit before the decolonization movements. That was the golden era when capitalists did more to share out with the white workers in particular, where people had pensions, health benefits, the large American middle class was building. There's a time period for a good chunk of white folks in terms of their parents and their grandparents, when they tell their stories, that these are the good days and the days where America was at its best. And for the rest of us, you know, shut the fuck up and be quiet, basically is what they want and what they want us to go back to. So even when they talk about, even you have these folks that talk today about going back to, or challenging corporations, I should say, they're not challenging corporations because they don't believe in capitalism. They're challenging the corporations because they think, some of them, that they're going too far, right? And they want the good old days of capitalism, when they thought that, again, the white workers were open to getting their sort of like their amount, their little stream, which again helped them say, like, you know what, and we'll do our job. Our job is as folks who will act accordingly to control Black folks on a local level through Jim Crow and other things. But we're going to go back to that role. We'll be happy in it, right? So I think all of that stuff is, so all this talk about reparations is not about settling the issues or dealing with the history of the past and coming to some new consideration about what should be done in terms of society. It's really, again, just a smokescreen, in my estimation, for apologies that they don't mean, that, again, will take away no power, no wealth from them, and have that reverted back to the people who they oppressed. And that should be expected, right? That we should not expect the oppressors, the people who've done all of this, to all of a sudden give power to you. If that's what you expect, then again, you're just not looking at how the world is. Like, you can only take that. You can only take power. Power is not going to be given, shared, handed over. That's the only thing that you can do, from taking in various methods and means, organizing, fighting back. The powers that be will protect what they have, and anything that they give you is in order to continue to protect what they have. It's not about making sure that power is redistributed.
Well said. When you going to start teaching college classes, Kamal?
I can't.
I'm gonna audit your joint.
You can audit my,
I'm gonna audit your shit.
you can audit my joint. You can audit my joint. So as we move on, though, we got another story. This is an interesting. Was that mine? Oh, this is this bad audio on here. I'm trying to bring up this other story, but they put up this bad little news caption thing on the site.
What's the story about?
So apparently, a judge orders an Iowa teen trafficking victim to pay $150,000 in restitution to family of rapists she killed. So let me try to pull this up real quick. So this is just another interesting story about how the justice system in America works. So prosecutors took issue with Piper Lewis labeling herself as a survivor. And I think her picture will pop up soon. She is a Black woman.
Of course she's Black.
Mm-hmm.
That pisses me off. I just saw a story, and we're going to get back to this real quick. Let me just mention this really fast. So the story that came out of the Bay Area maybe about a year ago, there was an update about it, about a rape survivor who had her DNA that was collected by the police as a part of her rape kit, had her DNA basically used against her in a separate case in which she was accused of something petty like theft or something ridiculous. But it caused a big controversy. Like, are we really using rape survivors' DNA from their rape kits as potential evidence against them? And of course, it should not have surprised me, but she was a Black woman also. So to see this, also the story you brought up, Kamal, also happening to a Black woman, oh, I'm awake now. my blood is beginning to boil. Break it down.
So really quickly, it says an Iowa teenage sex trafficking victim, and there seems to be no ifs, ands, or buts about the fact that she was a victim of sex trafficking, who stabbed her rapist to death, was sentenced by a judge on Tuesday to 5 years of closely supervised probation and must pay $150,000 restitution to her abuser's family. Piper Lewis, 17, stabbed her abuser, 37-year-old Zachary Brooks, more than 30 times in June 2020. She was initially charged with first-degree murder. Last year, Lewis pleaded to involuntary manslaughter and willful injury, both of which were punishable up to 10 years in prison. However, Polk County Judge David Porter deferred those prison sentences on Tuesday, meaning Lewis could serve 20 years if she violates her probation. Porter said he ordered Lewis to pay restitution to Brooks' family because the court was presented with no other option. He explained that the restitution is mandatory under Iowa law, and it seems to be a Black judge here.
Even if it is mandatory, he couldn't have ruled it $10,000, $5,000. You know what I'm saying? $150,000 restitution.
Or say he's just not going to do it, and then let the appeals court deal with it. Do something that breaks the mold, that shows that if something is a bad law or inappropriately impact somebody, or do something to damage somebody more, and you realize that this law is not fair, doesn't work the way it was quote unquote intended to work, then do something. Don't just submit. And that's the problem, is that these folks submit. And then they say they honor people who, like, again, the Dr. Kings of the world, or people who get in good trouble. But it's like, you slide along. You don't go outside the parameters or the walls that have been built for you. So that's the problem. It's like, you're a judge. So if you do ignore it and it goes up to the appeals court, then let the prosecutors take it to the appeals court. Let them justify how they're going to collect from a rape victim $150,000. Don't you be complicit into it. But again, because he's born into the system of how justice is supposed to work, he feels he has no choice but to do it, because he can't bring his mind to think outside the box. So further says, Lewis, who was 15 when she stabbed Brooks, Des Moines. I knew that wasn't right. A Des Moines apartment, had run away from home to escape her abusive adopted mother. She was sleeping in the halls of an apartment building when Christopher Brown, 28, took her in and began trafficking her to other men for sex, according to officials. Among those men was Brooks, who Lewis said raped her multiple times before she killed him. She recalled being forced at knife point to go to his apartment for sex. After Brooks raped her for what would end up being the last time, Lewis grabbed a knife off a bedside table and stabbed him. Neither police nor prosecutors dispute whether Lewis was trafficked and assaulted, but prosecutors allege that Brooks was not an immediate threat because she was asleep when he was stabbed. So apparently the prosecutors decided to charge her anyway. And again, that was a choice by the prosecutors. They did not have to charge her. They could have saw extenuating circumstances. Who's to say that she could have escaped if she just got up out of the bed and ran out, that he would not have woken up and grabbed her? So to put her in a position of in hindsight, deciding that she could have done something some other way, when this is somebody who's repeatedly raped and was held at knife point by this person, it just shows again just the uncaring and stupid nature of the system, when thinking outside the box could have easily said, and again, it's not even that hard to think outside the box, because the prosecutors are allowed over and over again to decide what they will prosecute and what they won't. When it comes to these police killings of Black people, they decide over and over again to not prosecute, or when they do prosecute, they decide to throw the case knowing that they won't secure an indictment, or they do an investigation and say they decided to not bring it to the grand jury. There's nothing in there, nothing in this story that would suggest that the prosecutors didn't have the leeway to decide that they wouldn't prosecute this woman for this crime. Instead, they decided to do so, and now they're deciding to punish her and to force her to pay $150,000, which of course we know that she does not have.
So the victim was in the picture in the article was a white man, right?
I did not see the victim's picture. I'll look for it again.
Maybe I imagined that, or maybe it was part of something else. But I think he looked like a.
I don't think in this article they didn't show the actual victim. They were just showing some other white men in another.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I'm curious now. I am curious what the race of the victim was, because I mean, we know in America, Black people are not allowed to kill white people, regardless of the circumstances, regardless if you are in fear of your life, or if you've been traumatized or harmed or assaulted by this person. You know, the Constitution says that Blacks cannot kill whites constitutionally, right? Without some sort of strict punishment for these people. But even further than that, like, I mean, when you were describing this, Kamal, all I hear Marissa Alexander's name, the woman, was she in Florida, everybody, who was in an abusive domestic violence, relationship. And she didn't even shoot at her abuser. She let off in the air, and they was trying to give her 20 years. I'm trying to think, who was the young woman in Tennessee, everybody, who was it Trump who got her off? Well, not Trump who got her off. Obviously, other activists and organizers brought her case to national prominence. But she was in jail in Tennessee for murdering her sex trafficker, also Black woman. And it's like, Black women do not have the legal right to protect ourselves. Like, we are not allowed. we're not allowed to use physical violence as a form of protection from the violence that we ourselves are experiencing, because if the law find out, they will charge you. And when there's cases of domestic violence that somehow make national news, or the conversations around women owning guns come up, you know how I feel about that. I'm absolutely for women owning guns, but the problem is I see the precedent that has been already set. So I know that even if, for a reason, whatever reason, if I use deadly force to protect myself, chances are I'm going to be charged with something, regardless of what the circumstances are, because that is just the examples that have been out there. Like, the legal system is not interested in Black women's self-defense, right? They like, nope, you bitches have to accept whatever harm is meant for you, right? You cannot defend yourself, protect yourself, let alone take someone's life in defense of your own without there being some severe consequences. And that's just what rang out to me in this story. I am heartbroken for this child. I really, really am. I
think as a quick follow-up to the story, apparently there's a GoFundMe campaign which is trying to raise $150. I think it might have actually raised $150,000 for her. But the mere fact that you have to go to a GoFundMe campaign to raise money to give to the state so that she can pay off a fine is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Like, so again, it becomes this feel-good thing of like, oh, great. So people have given money to give to the state, right? That's where that money's going, and some of it may go to the quote unquote victims, the rapist family. I want to call them a victim, the rapist family. So you basically have to raise money from private citizens because the state has now fined you to give to the rapist family. So that's the system we live under. And again, people will cheer the fact that the 150,000 was raised. So great, great job, check. But the idea that we're going to solve social problems and ills through GoFundMe campaigns, as much as we like our own GoFundMe, but this is like the type of society we live in is that people now, whether or not it's something around this kind of thing, a natural disaster and so forth, we can't expect the system to work these things out in a smart way. So now private folks have to go figure it out in order to pay the oppressive system to get them off our backs.
Oh my God. Thank you for telling us that the GoFundMe has been met, because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, do we send a few dollars to this? Like, I just know, because I know it would help her, but I know who else it's helping, right? It's going to the family of the fucking rapist. I hate the world sometimes, Kamal. We need to have some sort of like metaphysical person to come on here and explain to us about energy and the way that energies move and transmute. And I know that's a bunch of woo woo that, they didn't teach y'all on Crown Heights, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? I know. If you walked outside of the projects and talking about, the moon is in Capricorn, niggas would have punched you in the face. I get that. I know that, but I mean, I do feel as though we need some sort of beyond the realm element here to come talk to us. That's shout out to Dr. Ela Chele, because I miss Medicine Bag, yo, because Medicine Bag, yo, used to. We would be talking about these serious news issues, and Medicine Bag Yo will come and talk to us, about some breathing and some stretching and stuff. And I would literally feel better after her segments. My body would feel better. So we got to reintroduce some sort of element of that, because all of this bad news be weighing very heavy.
Speaking of somebody who's metaphysical and in the clouds and who does a little woo woo woo, let's bring back the ear doctor.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I said the cheesy meatballs barbecue that's on the stick, and I showed the cup. Y'all gotta pay me. All right, cool. I just had to do a drop for 7-Eleven. I mean, I promoted them. I needed to get my bag. So
you got your bag? You got your little advertisement bag?
I got my bag. Listen, I had to get it. Hey, but for real, y'all, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Like Kim said, you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. You gotta inhale the craziness and exhale it out your system. That's what you gotta do. We gotta breathe and get through this together. All right. With that said, it's time.
Doctor, that was great.
No doubt. It's time for some love. Y'all ready for some love?
Yes. Hip hop love. Rap love.
Can you woo? Oh my goodness, that was the joint.
That was the joint. No Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh my. Can you woo? Ooh, can we get an artist spotlight next week on Jeffrey Osborne? I love Jeffrey Osborne.
My sister loves Jeffrey Osborne too.
What?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Night, I loved a stranger. Was the beginning of a fantasy.
Ooh, I had to take her off of that. Let's go ahead and get to the break real quick. Oh my goodness. All I heard was hoo 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 hoo. Nah, Kim, you got a career, man. You got a career on radio. And on the good luck. Big up to everybody tuning in right now. You know what I'm saying? We talking about hip hop. We talking about love. We're gonna do our quick segment right here. Now, who else can I talk about? Man. Listen, let's go right here. I want to talk about no other than the brother they call and Kamal brought it up earlier already. LL Cool J. He came with a song called I Need Love. That's right. Now, this song came out, what was it? It was his second single from his album Bigger and Deffer. Now, this single reached #1 on the Hot Black Singles and #14 on the Billboards. Listen, this rap song was mainstream, popular in the UK It was on the UK singles charts, number 8. It also got a Soul Train Music Award for Best Rap Single in 1988. That's right. The song was listed number 13 as the number on the top 100 rap songs. So with that said, this segment is about checking the rhyme. So with checking the rhyme, let's look at these lyrics and see what he was actually saying to the ladies. Let's go right here. I need love. Sometimes, yeah, here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl, sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. There I was, giggling about the games that I had played with many hearts, but I'm not saying no names. Then the thought occurred, teardrops made my eyes burn, and I said to myself, look what you done to her. I can feel it inside. I can't explain how it feels. All I know is that I never diss another raw deal, playing make-believe, pretending that I'm true, holding in my lap as I say that I love you, saying no more, kissing you on the ear, whispering I love you and I'll always be here. Although I often reminisce, I can't believe that I found a desire for true love floating around inside my soul, because my soul is cold. One half of me deserves to be this way till I'm old, but the other half needs affection and joy. That's the one that is created by a girl and a boy. I need love. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Big up to LL Cool J with that smash hit that came out back in 88. That's what it is right here on the Remix Morning Show. Now let's go get some love from our hosts that give you the most each and every Tuesday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Ear Doctor, you're reminding me of a couple of things here. First of all, big up to Ladies Love Cool James for that, because he had everybody. He had all the girls that he had. Every heterosexual girl was loving LL after that, right? For that and for that. But the places in which some of these songs, Teenage Love before this and now I Need Love, these places where these songs charted on the billboards is really making me angry, because all these little new shiny artists, they will debut at number 1 without a hit single, without, and they doing all this and all that. But the racism of the Billboard charts, the racism of radio specifically against rap music during those times, these songs that were classics and major hits amongst the people, them, you know what I'm saying, regardless of whether or not Billboard had picked it up and acknowledged the magnitude of these songs, like they held a lot of our people back from number 1 hits, from top 10 hits, because the older Black people was against rap and was actively campaigning against rap in different areas and venues. But then the industry itself was also semi against rap and wasn't letting some of these bangers clear number 1 hit singles. It wouldn't let them flourish. So you're giving me mixed feelings here, Doctor. Because come on, 13 is that where I Need Love topped out at?
I mean, it was, and the thing is, the beautiful thing about it is that it was finally a song that it was about love. Because all the other songs, there wasn't really too much stuff talking about love and somebody actually expressing their feelings, and then you could slow it down and listen to all the lyrics. So I think that's what made it so popular and big, because every other song wasn't about love.
But how come it wasn't number 1 though? You feel me? That was easy.
Not enough white people bought it.
It wasn't even number 1 on the Negro charts, was it, there, Doctor?
He said it was.
It was top. It was up there. I ain't say number 1, but I lost the information. But not.
But the chat, I don't know if the chat is tomatoing the song or if they're giving tomatoes to the Ear Doctor's rendition of the song. Both of which are equally bad. Don't get me wrong.
I thought it was good, Ear Doctor. I liked.
You thought his rendition was good of that?
Yeah.
He was giving y'all voice inflection. He was,
Did he
change
do a
it up
giggle? He tried to do a little giggle and shit in the middle of the song.
Yes, I mean, I was acting out the lyrics. This is check the rhyme. This is like you're checking out these lyrics, and he's expressing. Sometimes I giggle.
I thought you could rap, but when in person, when you do it, like you sound good. Like this, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Don't read. You can't. Reading is not your strong suit. So don't read lyrics while you rhyme. That's the thing. That's what
it just got to flow. You might be right about that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's the
yeah.
And that song, even though I understand it was a hit in Albany Projects, we weren't listening to that.
Because yours in Brooklyn's. He represent Brooklyn's. LL was raised out in Queens. Come on now. You know how this was going? That shit was on blast on Farmers Boulevard, sir. And Farmers, what? Farmers.
The goddamn radio. Like, it was like, oh God, here we go again.
Hey, and look how many years later, all these songs on the radio talking about love. All these trap songs are talking about how I love this person. It's emo rap, as they would say. And now look at it. You know what I'm saying? Started back then in '88.
Was LL the first one with the love song? Was he the first?
I mean, if you count like we got Minister.
You said that was 87?
88.
88.
Yeah. Oh, we got one of our biggest lovers and supporters, Minister Server. He said my rendition was whack as.
Oh, y'all hating on the ear doctor. Y'all need to cut it out.
I'm used to Minister Server dissing my hip hop knowledge. But that big up to LL.
The first rap ballad that they would, you know what I'm saying?
I really think that is. I was thinking Daydreaming by Curtis Blow, but I don't know. But that, and then you had UTFO. Yeah, Daydreaming. Nah, I was thinking
Roxanne.
I was thinking You Cold Wanna Be With Me, but that came afterwards.
Because I need someone to be with, someone to talk to. You cold wanna be with me because yes. Oh my God, that joint was a banger. Woo!
I know. So we got some people Tila Rock out Tila Rock, Big Booty Judy. that was an 85.
That was an 85 love song.
I don't know if that was a love song.
The first love songs. Big Booty Judy was the first love song.
I don't think it was. Big Booty Judy. Because you can talk about.
Did Minister Server chime in? Was I Need Love the first rap ballad?
Minister Server's Googling right now. He's trying to figure it
out. He hitting the keys.
You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Anyway, that was our break for the day. I'll be back on the next break with another one. Peace.
Thank you, Air Doctor. Thank you, Air Doctor. Come out.
We got some follow-up stories.
Oh, good.
Something that we did last week.
I'm glad to hear it. What's the follow-up? Let's follow up.
Let's follow up. So as we talked about last week, was the story about how Brett Favre and others got money from from the state of Mississippi through the federal government, which was intended for welfare benefits. So intended to be given to people who need food, shelter, take care of their kids. But instead they figured out how to take that money and give it to Brett Favre. Well, apparently, former Governor Phil Bryant helped Brett Favre secure welfare funding for USM Volleyball Stadium tax reveal. So apparently, the former governor, and now he's being questioned about this, actually supported these dollars from Mississippi going to Brett Favre and others. And here we'll start. It says text messages entered Monday into the state's ongoing civil lawsuit over the welfare scandal revealed that former Governor Phil Bryant pushed to make NFL legend Brett Favre's volleyball idea a reality. The text showed that then Governor even guided Favre on how to write a funding proposal so that it could be accepted by the Mississippi Department of Human Services. Even after Bryant ousted the former welfare agency director, John Davis, for suspected fraud. And it says, part of his text was just left Brett Favre, Bryant texts nonprofit founder Nancy New in July of 2019. Within weeks of Davis's departure, can we help him with this project? We should meet soon to see how I can make sure we keep your projects on course. And so later on, Bryant assured him when Favre asked Bryant how was the new agency director might affect their plans to fund the volleyball stadium, Bryant assured him, "I will handle that. Long story, long story, but had to make a change. But I will call Nancy and see what it will take," according to the filing in a text Favre forwarded to New. So as Mississippi is always burning, this is the former governor, but Jackson still had its water crisis, as in everybody knew even during that time that the pipes were again filled with lead, that the city itself was starving for resources as a city from the state. Again, the capital of the state, where the state government meets every day. Instead of focusing on that business, the governor of Mississippi was in his private conversations with Brett Favre, trying to figure out how to divert cash, state money, to a former NFL football player because he was from Mississippi.
And this is for the construction of a volleyball facility where Brett Favre's daughter was actually part of the volleyball program. And I'm like, Brett Favre didn't have $5 million in his pocket? Like, why you got to come to the state of Mississippi and ask for this money? And shout out to Mississippi Today, by the way, the independent media outlet there in Mississippi. They reported this months ago. I'm glad to see that this is broken as a national story, because I remember seeing this like seriously, like at least 6 months ago about Brett Favre. In maybe this was the similar deal, but I thought that he had taken a separate amount of money. Maybe this was the $1.1 million that the state of Mississippi paid Brett Favre to voice some radio ads, in which the radio ads never got recorded. And I think in some reporting that I've seen, Favre actually paid the money back. But even still, the fact that they had millions here, hundreds of thousands there to give away at per request of Brett Favre. Meanwhile, poor Mississippians struggle, as you said, not only with not having access to clean water, but people who receive, public assistance need housing, they need food, they need clothing, they need the everyday stuff that humans need in order to survive. And the fact that this money was there, just sitting there for Brett Favre, come out $5 million just sitting there for Brett Favre, just waiting. There was no other purpose for that $5 million. That they were just waiting for Brett Favre to come ask for that $5 million. Like, it is insanity.
No, you're right. Brett Favre has the ability. He could access former NFL players to do their own GoFundMe. He could have thrown fundraisers. There's so many other ways in which he could have raised this money. But the entitlement of him turning to the state of Mississippi and them deciding that they're going to take, where can we get this money from? Let's not do a private sector fundraiser ourselves if we think this is so important, which of course it wasn't. And it's like, no. Well, here's this money sitting here, not going to any good use whatsoever. Kids, families, like you said, paying for clothes and food. Let's take this money and divert it to an NFL football player, former NFL football player. Because you said, like, because his daughter is on the team, or because we want to keep him happy, or because we're friends with him, because he invites us to games, or he talks about the old days when he was playing for the Green Bay Packers, and we feel so empowered or it's so great for us to sign up next to him. There's no reason whatsoever. They all should go to jail. They should all go to jail for several reasons. But they all should be doing some time for this type of nonsense where they literally took money out of their hand. This is nothing but fraud. They took money which was intended for a particular purpose. And here, again, they'll bend the rules. This investigation, will it lead to jail time? Is it going to lead to indictments? All it's going to do is say, like, hey, here's a fine. Don't do it again. Here's a small fine. Don't do it again, right? And they won't have to go on the GoFundMe to pay it either. So this just shows the nonsense, the entitlement, and of course the racism, right? Said that you're going to take money out of poor people's hands and put it into the hands of a football player, and give him money for speaking fees and the rest of it. It's ridiculous, though.
And, the way, I know that this story is being covered nationally now. Like I said, this story kind of broke. Shout out to Mississippi Today. Again, they broke this several months ago. But I'm just sort of taken back several months in my head of NBC National News and ABC News and all of these national news outlets reporting about these shoplifting rings, right, that are terrorizing the retail industry. Oh my God, these group of 10 and 15 people came in so coordinated and they stole $100,000 worth of merchandise. What are we going to do about that? Law enforcement, right? Meanwhile, here come the whites. Here come the connected whites. $5 million stole like that, just by a few text messages. They didn't have to coordinate nobody's ride. Nobody had to figure out how they was going to stuff all the Nordstrom's merchandise down their pants. No, the white folks made a couple phone calls, sent a couple texts, stole $5 million. Boom, boom. The best people.
You're right.
The best.
That's right. No national coverage. No, the media, no jokes. So I remember Al Sharpton joking about folks stealing out of the Duane Reade and all the rest of it. None of that adds up to the resources that this dude took, just like that, with the help of the state, just like that. You know what I'm saying? He cleared out the Duane Reade. He cleared out the Target, all that merchandise. No back and forth about it.
Nope.
They just mad they got caught. That's the big thing.
And law enforcement, hold on, Kamal, where's the law enforcement? Because we need law enforcement to make sure that nobody steals out Duane Reade and out of Nordstrom's and out of Target. We got to have more law enforcement. We got to step up the law enforcement. If it's about dollar amount, what's up, law enforcement? $5 million just got stole by of your former governor and the nonprofit director. It's, again, not shocking to me that all the people involved in this are white. And the lady who was the head of the nonprofit, whatever, white lady, which kind of reinforces what all my people who work in nonprofit sectors always talking about, is that don't you trust them white people working in nonprofits, because they will still. I mean, that's not a blanket statement. Sorry to anybody. I might have offended.
It's close enough to the truth.
They will steal. Woo, the white folks be stealing. Thank you for that.
Luckily, we have Black elected officials who, of course, are on our side and would never take from the public coffers for their own personal benefit. So when you hear that the mayor of New Orleans, Mayor LaToya Cantrell, spent $30,000 on first-class flights and she won't be paying it back, that's because she was working for the people. So New Orleans Mayor Cantrell has been spending taxpayers' dollars on upgrade travel and doesn't plan on taking it back. She has spent thousands of tax dollars on her luxurious travel accommodations. Recent trips to France and Switzerland cost almost $30,000 alone, because that's where the New Orleans people's business is in France and Switzerland. On September 8th, she told reporters she spent tax money on business and first-class flight arrangements while she was doing her job. Therefore, it won't be reimbursed. It says all expenses incurred doing business on behalf of the city of New Orleans will not be reimbursed to the city of New Orleans, Cantrell said at the reopening of the Knicks Library, according to the newspaper. One thing is clear: I do my job and I will continue to do it with distinction and integrity every step of the way. Cantrell said her lavish trips are about her safety as a Black woman and not luxury. And so lastly, I end with her quote: my travel accommodations are a matter of safety, not of luxury. As all women know, our health and safety are often disregarded and we are left to navigate alone, she said in August. As the mother of a young child whom I live for, I am going to protect myself by any reasonable means in order to ensure I am there to see her grow into a strong woman I am raising her to be. Anyone who wants to question how I protect myself just doesn't understand the world Black women walk in. So there
are people getting killed in coach and I'm not aware of it? Like, what happened? Has there been a murder spree happening in coach accommodations and I'm just not privy to it? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Her safety? And listen, I'm by default, I always try to give Black women the benefit of the doubt, especially if it's Black women who's I'm not very familiar with. I don't really know her. I don't really know what she's about. So I'm like, this could be white folks just trying to make her look bad. Meanwhile, while I'm sure the governor of Louisiana travels in nothing but first class, flight accommodations. I am curious though. I mean, what state business did she have in France and in Switzerland? Like, if I had a little bit more clarity about that, maybe I might feel different about this. Like, what were you doing on behalf of the people of New Orleans in France?
No, you're right. She's not the only one. I'm sure every every mayor of a major city, like you said, governor, city council people, probably for a lot of them, they use the taxpayer dollars to travel overseas or travel in the States to go to conferences, summits. They get expensive hotels to stay in. They go out to expensive restaurants to eat in, and they build the city, or they build the state. At the federal level, obviously, they build the federal government, and that's all on our tax dollars, right? So 30,000, like you said, I've not heard of the murder spree happening in Coach, where somehow, as a Black woman, she's only protected in first class and she's not protected in Coach. But again, these are the tropes that are now used today. If someone reports back that something is happening, as opposed to dealing with the issue, we use something else to sidetrack. And so for right now, what's popular, like if in particular, if it's a Black woman, as opposed to dealing with the issue, as opposed to really, like, that the story we just covered about a woman who was raped, and now has been given a $150,000 fine. That shows what happens to Black women in America.
That's right.
Some Black woman who is part of the elite class, who's serving elite interests, who travels in elite circles, if she gets busted for taking $30,000 to serve her purposes, that is not people coming after Black women. That's somebody questioning whether or not you, as a public official, need to be traveling first class and spending those kind of resources in a city like New Orleans, which, again, similar to Jackson, Mississippi, is constantly suffering under the issues of poverty, homelessness, people who need housing and so forth. $30,000 could have went a long way for folks who are down on their luck, and some city services which could have been provided. So
it's the safety thing that makes me want to call bullshit on whatever she's talking about. It's like, safety? Like, are you safer in first class? Are you physically safer in first class? Like, what makes first class that much more safer than Coach?
You can get off the plane first. If I don't know, if you get off the plane first when it crashes, I don't know. I mean, it's like, she's just giving an intuitive response to, like, what do I say these days when someone is challenging my use of power and resources? And again, it's a fallback position. I don't want to bring up too much with Patrisse Cullors or whatever, but it's that fallback position of, if you challenge somebody for what they do, they're hitting you back now about what they are, right? And that somehow covers up what it is explicitly you're being challenged on. No one in this particular instance is saying something about you being a Black woman. It's about whether or not it's appropriate for public officials to be spending that much money for travel internationally and billing the city, claiming that they're doing the work of the city. And that's the question that she has to answer. And instead of answering that question, she goes back to another place. So,
when I think of grifting politicians, and particularly grifting Black politicians, who do you think is the most prolific known Black political grifter, elected official? Because I know who I have in mind. I'm just curious. Kamau, you may have a different frame of reference.
Well, this is not going to be great because I know people still like him, but I know Marion Barry did a good amount of stuff in D.C. But he still did some good stuff for the people. I saw that crack thing. That's like, I can't get that out of my head. You got your boy.
He was set up. The bitch set him up. You didn't know that? Marbury was set up. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows Marbury got set up. Marbury went out here smoking crack. He wouldn't like crack. You heard? Anyway, you see, I'm sorry. I have a default defense of Marion Barry. You hear it coming out. Like, hold on. You just gonna be talking about Marbury like that. But no, Marbury, he was not a recreational, crack smoker. He got pressured. You could hear it on the video. He got pressured him to smoke the crack. I'm sorry. But no, go ahead. You said Marion Barry.
I was actually thinking about Andy Young too. Andy Young, who obviously built a career. Well, Andy Young, who obviously was a real part of the civil rights movement, but always drifted over into the capitalist circle, or was more right than the other folks in there. He's gone a long way in terms of his career of helping to support Black capitalists team up with white capitalists. And so I feel like there's some grifting that's going on there. But I can't think of who's been the most. I know there's a bunch of them, but I can't remember who's been the most prominent. Who are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about Kwame Kilpatrick, Mr. Flossy. Kwame Kilpatrick. Kwame was doing a lot in Detroit, dog. He was doing
I heard about them
so much.
parties. I heard about them parties.
Woo! Parties, watches, cars, clothes, hoes. What you need? Kwame had everything. Kwame had everything, and Kwame's out of jail, right? They let him out.
Trump got him out. I think Trump gave him a pardon or commuted sentence or something along those lines. So and again, like you said, like the black politicians, I would, as much as what would be a black woman retort is that in terms of the mayor of New Orleans, once this stuff comes out, there is a strong possibility she could go to jail or go to prison, right? And white politicians, for the most part, who do the same and more, as we just saw with Bryant, right, for his friend giving money away, won't see a day of jail or prison or indictment or the rest of it. So I think right there, that there's a big distinction right there. There's few and far between of the whites who go to jail. They shit got to be outrageous, like the guy from Chicago or the governor. I think was
Blagojevich.
Yeah, like this, you got to have some long laundry list that you just can't get out of. But other than that, they're not going to see the jail. They're not going to see a prison.
No, you're right about that. You're right about that. Baltimore knows all about that, don't we, Baltimore? They done put like 4 or 5 mayors, maybe not 4 or 5, but definitely two mayors definitely went to jail. Who else went to jail? A couple people went to jail anyway. And Marilyn Mosby might be going to jail.
The dude that had the money in I think he was a congressman. He had the money in the freezer.
I think he was from Louisiana also, if I'm not mistaken. I can't call his name, but I know who you're talking about. I said my man had the cash in his freezer, cold hard cash, literally.
Is this our version of like the ANC post-apartheid? You know what I mean? It's like the same. It's like post-civil rights movement. All these black elected officials got in. They talk that strong. Black folks talk. They want to work for black people. They're doing this for black people. There's power. We got power as a people because we've elected these folks into office. And then little by little, the drip, 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 drip. There's like, oh, there's a little money over here. There's a money over here. There's a money over there. I can just make some speech about how I love black people. I'm doing everything for black people. I got this new car. That's for black people. We got this car. Black people got this car. That's pretty proud of this. I got this new house, this new mansion. It's for black folks that I got that mansion. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending my kid to private school for black folks. That's what I'm doing it for. So that's all they do is like they lay it out. They keep on saying they're doing it for the black community. But like you said, they keep taking that money. And that's all this is. This is our quote unquote post-apartheid shuffle, which is going on 40 or 50 years later because the elected officials that have been elected and that whole arena is nothing but trash. So
the temptation is just too great, I think, for folks, black folks, when they get into certain positions, right? Either elected positions or positions of, influence or power. Obviously, I'm thinking about the Black Lives Matter global network or whatever when I'm thinking about that. But it's like, why are the temptations so great? Like, are we just that poor that when we are exposed at those levels of money, it's just like principles gone. What principles? Who need principles? I need this new Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Like I can afford, this lifestyle that has been sold to me as a poor person throughout my entire life. And now the opportunity is there. I know this money is designated for specific purposes beyond my own personal benefit or enrichment, but damn, that money's right there. And won't nobody know it if I take it and do something like what is that? I mean, because I know you've had to have seen this in different iterations, right?
No, I think you're right. I think it's like people who don't have a lot, right? Who get to a certain position and everybody's impressed by a fancy room. Everybody's impressed again by magazine covers. They're impressed to meet famous or rich people or other politicians in the world, and they easily are brought in. And again, Black folks grifting is at a certain level. White folks do it at a multi-million-dollar, billion-year level, but we don't do it on that level because we're not. At least there's a smaller percentage of folks who are up in that reign or that height to do it at certain levels. So it's the small grift, right? It's the selling my books to the public school system and getting me a check, right? It's that kind of grift. It's the first class flights and meals. It's the donations. It's the small bribery. All of that to do a little bit of a come up because then they feel it's like they got a level of success. They're not living where they used to live and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's part of it. It's part of the culture of wanting to be whatever people see as success in America, which is money, houses, cars, clothes. And then therefore, that's success, that's life. And again, it's the capitalist system builds that into us through what the propaganda we get about what does it mean to be successful. And again, we as a people focus a lot on what that exterior looks like for that thing. And then we got these other folks, again, white folks who, again, they grift for billions of dollars. They grift for land and resources, for slavery, for overthrows, that they're grifting. Their grifting is monumental. So, speaking to somebody though who never grifts, never takes from the people.
Principal dude, except when he sold drugs and pizza. Those things went together. Them things went together. Come out, and you out here snitching. You are out here snitching.
He ain't selling pizza no more. He might sell weed, but I don't know.
Wow.
I thought we had a no snitch policy on BPM. Come out violation.
I always bring it up on Renegade Culture. I used to bring it up on Renegade Culture. It's not new that he sold pizza with drugs, right? That's not new. Everybody knows that.
Why you say drugs though? I'm thinking.
I like drugs. I like to say it. It's like it sounds harsh when I say it like that.
It does. I'm thinking bricks. Jesus.
I like it. The whole pizza was cocaine. The whole pizza was just like 8 slices of cocaine on pizza. That wasn't no cheese on your shit. That was like some sprinkled white powder. You know what I'm saying? That's how he outsmarted the feds.
Everybody likes oregano. Let's just say that.
Oregano.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I don't know what's the matter with that lady, man. Listen, I just took Spirit Airlines. Give that check. I just took Spirit Airlines and I had 3 seats to myself. Why would I want first class? I was like laid out. It was great. I think you got to pay for peanuts in your half can of Sprite or whatever. But
they just throw that shit at you. It could be sprinkled like
it's like going into the.
Like put them in cups right. They pour it all like this. Like put them, keep them close. I'm not going to be surprised on Spirit or what's that other one? I told people what
Frontier.
Frontier. No, yeah, Frontier and Spirit. Baby.
Yeah.
JetBlue a little bit because I don't like the fact that they don't give you seating arrangements. I don't like no airline where it's like first come first serve on the thing. One day though, I keep saying to them, it's gonna be a fucking on in air bus ride. They're gonna have you stand in the aisles, like the straps on the buses. That's how it's gonna be. They're gonna be overflow. You know what I mean? People gonna be mad because you're leaning on them, but that's what your airplane is gonna be like. So if that's the case, I might have to go first class too, but I'm gonna pay my own. I've never been first class in a plane.
I've never flown first class either. Yeah. But from what I understand, like once you fly first class, you will not want to fly anything else but first class.
You will spend the people's money for that.
Right.
I actually had a chance to ride first class. But I would say the Spirit, actually they JetBlue just merged and bought Spirit. So they're going through that. I mean, they had the lady was on the speaker. They had us doing stretches and everything. Like it was pretty
interesting.
It was different. But let's go ahead and take another break. And once again, as I say, when you are breathing, make sure that when you inhale that your stomach is out. And when you exhale, you're blowing all that air out of your stomach, out of your mouth. So breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth.
What do you mean your stomach is out? What does that mean?
It means when you breathing in, you hold all that air in your stomach, and when you breathe out, you blow it out. That's blowing the stress and the day and all that negative energy out. Listen, you'll learn one day. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to our next break. Can't teach Negroes nothing. All right. All right, welcome back once again. It's the Remix Morning Show. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. We got 229 people watching. We should have 229 likes. Okay, now who is our next love hip hop song or person? Let's take it. Listen, we dealt with the 80s. Let's go to the 90s and let's give our sister some love. Who we gonna talk about? No other than my Jersey sister, Lauryn Hill. That's right. Lauryn Hill came out with the Miseducation album, and she came out with a song called X Factor. Now this was released in 1998. She got a Soul Train Award for Best R&B Soul Single, Female, and a Soul Train Award. Yeah, she got those awards for that, and she got so many Grammys for that whole album. So let's go ahead and break down these lyrics. Let's check the rhyme. Let's check the rhyme and see what she was talking about when she came up with X Factor. All right, let's go. Right here. Bam. Y'all ready? Sing along with me. Check this out. It could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Now, loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me, who I have to be to get some reciprocity? You know, because see, no one loves you more than me. And guess what, buddy? No one ever will. Sang it. All right. So that is Lauryn Hill. Make sure y'all go and pump that album today and enjoy some love. That's what she was giving for you and yours. With that said, let's go ahead and take it back to our Remix Morning host right here on Black Power Media.
Yo, B, I thought we was doing rap love songs. I thought we was doing rap love songs, not love songs sang by rappers, rapped by rappers.
Is that your biggest criticism of what just happened here?
No, no, it isn't. No, it is not. But I wanted to lead with that because I know my tag team partner was coming to bring the hammer with the vocal presentation that was given right there, that vocal offering. Sir?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes. You got a super chat out. How the hell did that happen?
I'm telling you.
For that bullshit.
Listen.
But goddamn.
Hey, I bring him in. Bring him in. Big up to Mizak.
That's Tina Lulu. That's Tina Lulu.
I'm glad you said it. Tina Lulu Mac with the 20 beans. Yeah.
That's our Cali Connect out there. One of them. We got several Cali Connects out there. But yeah, so Ear Doctor. I mean, what? What?
And look at who's playing hooky, who had a chance to jump in the chat room right here. Kalanji Jama Changa. Yeah.
Kalanji, where is your super chat for Ear Doctor's vocal offering right there? The vocal stylings of the Ear Doctor.
Kalanji giving up money?
Yeah, right. So yeah, big up to Lauryn Hill.
No.
Don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever do that again.
I thought we had a theme here. I thought the theme was rap love songs. That was not a rap song. That was a singing song.
That's just a love song.
She just sang. She sang
just
the song.
Just because you did a spoken word interpretation of it.
That's what it was. I broke it down.
It doesn't make it a rap song. I was like, that was not a hip hop song. Although obviously she's a great artist.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Another one? You giving this dude another one?
Hey, blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Hey, listen, man. Listen, how many of y'all enjoy the Check the Rhyme segment where you can actually break down these songs in conversation? This is what we bring to you right here on Black Power Media. I mean, where else you gonna get that?
You trying to justify your bad?
I don't understand why you broke the theme. These my questions are still going unanswered. There was no more rap love songs. There was no more rap love songs. You couldn't even play Ice Cream.
He's like, because I'm a black man. Are you questioning me because I'm a black man?
I wanted to find a sister to get into this whole mix of love songs. So
that's the best you could do? There's no female rappers who did a love rap song? There's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yes.
I take your man, Salt and Pepper. Oh, we got some more coming in. Comrade Kwame, let's go. Listen, y'all are encouraging me to
I do not understand what the hell is happening.
Y'all encouraging
begging. All my good begging gone to waste over the last few days. Not a dime dripped in. Not a dime dripped into this motherfucker.
Oh yes,
God, and this
look, John, big up John. Yes, sir. Listen, we got you, John. No more.
Ryan Kamau is so upset. Kamau is so upset that you guys are rewarding the Air Doctor. Keep it coming because I want to see Kamau turn colors.
Oh, listen. Check the rhyme segment is gonna be on fleek now. Y'all better believe it. Y'all better get ready. I'm gonna exit stage left while I'm hot right now. I'm hot, y'all.
Yeah,
let me go get some water and cool myself down, man.
Kamau, you look a little flushed. I feel.
I just don't understand what the hell is going on with the chat, B. I don't understand. How that shit get rewarded? You cannot reward bad behavior. I've done fantastic work in terms of fundraising, appeals, putting my heart and soul into it.
Yes, you have.
You know what I'm saying? Not a dime came through. Not a dime the last couple of days.
Well, you have to check the GoFundMe. You didn't tell people to run your super chats. You told them to do it to the GoFundMe. So maybe you got your rewards over there in heaven in a separate location.
Yeah, I feel like right now they just now they're punishing me for it.
Totally.
We out.
I don't know what the hell he just did.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. No. Fanny, not you too, Fanny.
Franny. It's FR. Franny, not.
What did I say? I said Fanny.
You totally said Fanny.
Oh, my bad. I like Fanny, Franny, Fanny with the French Fanny. I don't know. Whatever you like, girl. Whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Although that 20 G's, I just don't know. Yeah, pop your ass back up here.
One more. Listen, I got it. I got him. I got him lined up, baby.
Do another one, Ear Doctor. Do another one.
Oh, Bud Ali. Big up. Yes, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. In my Jill Scott voice. Oh, listen, $5 more. Let's keep it coming, y'all. Let's keep it coming. Listen, y'all want mahogany?
Y'all appreciate the Ear Doctor sound with them colonized ears.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he said your ears was colonized.
I read it. I read it. I got to repeat it. I heard it.
Wait, what's that? Quaker. Yes, with the super
I just
sticker.
like to announce this is my last day.
I'm surprised you're still on the broadcast. I'm surprised you have not left the stream, to be honest, out of protest.
Listen, me and Eric B was cooling at the Palladium, seeing the all-world cover girl. I said, hey, lady, I'm sorry if you're in a rush. Don't let me hold you up or intervene or interrupt, but you got the look. I want to get to know you better. Man, don't get me started, man. We got it, y'all. We got it. Thanks for all that love y'all sending in.
Get off the screen.
All right.
Kamau is such a hater. Ooh, New York don't like to see people get love. Especially don't want to see Jersey get no love.
Especially Jersey. Where are you from? Trenton or some shit like that? Where the fuck are you from? Jersey City? From someplace. Yo, Big Teal, what's going on with you, man?
Big Teal, oh shit, Big Teal jumping. Everybody, they just piling on at this point.
I know. It's just ridiculous at this stage. It's ridiculous.
This is the pile on to the Kamau irritation for Thursday.
They do want to see my head explode, apparently. I think that's the only thing.
Y'all are hilarious. I'm crying. Thank you, John. Thank you, Quaker. Thank you, Big Teal. Thank you, Comrade Kwame 2 times. Thank you, Franny Francais. Oh, y'all are hilarious. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Kamau, how's things? How's life going? How's school going for the babies? School going okay?
School, except the fact they got vacation next week, which don't make no damn sense. I was like, I don't understand. It's not a good time for me. It's not a good time. I was like, why are y'all going on vacation 5 weeks after school started?
Damn, they've been to school 5 weeks?
They started school like last month. I don't even know it's been 5 weeks actually. It's like it's only been like 4 or 5 weeks at most. Damn. And then next week is fall break. So they get a whole week off. After last week getting a Monday off, the week before that getting another Monday off. Now they get spring break. So it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Spring break, he said. He did say they get spring break.
Big deal. I do not love the chat. The me and the chat are no longer friends.
Oh, don't be like that, Kamau.
I'm gonna have to be like that. We are no longer friends. I don't understand like what's happening.
How come the ear doctor can't get love?
Y'all super this dude for a bad spoken word rendition of Lauryn Hill.
In your opinion, it was bad. In your opinion,
they all said it was bad.
The market.
They started giving them money because they wanted them to shut the fuck up. But then
how that works, though.
Then it just piled on.
I mean, I think this is ear doctor love. I think the money, let the market decide. Let the market decide, Kamau. The market has spoken. The market has spoken.
The market don't know what the hell it's talking
There's a marketplace for what the ear doctor provided to the people them. Yes. There's a lot of super chats up here, gang. Like, y'all are fucking killing me. Like, I love this because this is all Kamau spite. I respect this chat. I like this. I like that. Anywho.
We don't. They better give these chats when I get Noam Chomsky on.
Hey, certainly. But then how would that look? Why would we throw up money when you get the white man on? You know what I'm saying? We make it rain for the white man. Is that what we do? Is that what you encouraging out here, Kamau?
My bad.
Oh my goodness. So in terms of, we have 13 minutes left, Kamau.
Well, I'm trying to get a light story going on.
Ooh,
like,
light.
You know, I figured, you know, with all of this in the chat, I'm gonna hit nobody with something too hard.
If you're going for a light story, how about we have Ear Doctor come back and read Dr. Jared Ball's Wikipedia? Boom, boom, boom. Sorry. Sorry.
Now watch that. Watch that chick get some chat money. I was like, is that gonna get chat money now? That bad joke? I do 45 bad jokes. I can't get no chat money for my bad jokes. How they gonna get some chat money?
That was funny, Kim.
Yeah, just bring your ass back on here, doctor. Just bring your ass. We only got 13 minutes to go.
Yeah, come on here, Ear Doctor. We in this together, going all out together.
Let's go. Let's talk some stories.
Let's talk about your weed, your cheese and weed. Talk about that.
Let's talk about why you ain't no lawyer no more. You want to do that?
I gave up the position.
No, they gave you up. They gave you up.
They did not give me up, sir. I moved out of Brooklyn.
You got ran out of Brooklyn. You hear how all these stories is like, I know you got ran out of Brooklyn. They stopped fucking with you when it came to this law stuff. Come on, man. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Come on,
man.
Come on, son. You know that's not true. You know that's
brothers, please. Brothers, please.
Yeah. No yellow on yellow violence today.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on, Ear Doctor. You just came out and let the chopper sing. You didn't even let him know that you was about to start busting off. You just started letting off like, geez, Louise.
Listen, man.
Where the anger is coming from. I've been nothing but nice to you.
I come from a cracking background. Listen, you got to already have some in the chamber ready to go whenever anybody says something. That's just what it is. It's not like, I'm being mean. It's just they in the chamber. They ready to come out.
The man got ran out of Brooklyn and that he got put out of being a lawyer. What you mean? It's not me.
My hood ain't no hood no more. I think it's been gentrified out. Only thing left is my projects. So,
damn, they say you got disbarred. Wow.
Ooh, shit.
I don't know about
Come out, set the record straight. Set the record straight. Don't let these people
out.
Kamau
retired from the law. Kamau just didn't want to practice no more. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the ear doctor, when the feds came and busted up his pizza joint. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. You heard Kamau say he didn't get fired. He quit, ear doctor. Now what?
I heard Governor Bryant was giving him some money from the welfare office in Mississippi. That's what I heard. That's what I heard what happened.
Woo.
Hey, was it you running with those people in Mississippi doing governor work? Wasn't you running with Sheikh? Who what's his name again?
Who say his name?
Lumumba. Was you running with?
You said the Sheikh. Chokeway.
Chokeway.
Senior, don't be careful now. Be careful.
I was just asking. You was running the whole Mississippi thing, right? You was down there handling business.
Mississippi handling some business. Yes.
So that's what.
Oh, you got a joke lined up.
So that's what's the poorest state.
I stepped on your line. My bad. I stepped on your line. I stepped on your line. My bad.
My bad. My bad. I was just trying to figure out why Mississippi is a poor state, but then I remembered. All right.
Ooh,
Anyway.
Shit. Brothers, please.
You the one instigator, Kim. You the one. You the one in the middle talking about stuff. Oh, you gonna let her get out of here, man. Listen, let's stop the light on light crime, man.
How
can we stop it? It's so funny.
We'll have a truce for the last 8 or 9 minutes we got. Yeah, 8 or 9 minutes to talk about something.
No problem. So back to the fundraiser.
Back to the fundraiser. So back to the fundraiser. Let me see. Let me update my panel. Let me see what
this girl that knocked her whole system out. Oh my goodness. They got removed. Yeah, she gotta get it together.
Oh, she did. She knocked herself off.
She knocked. Woo!
We do appreciate all the super chats.
No doubt.
We appreciate all the support so far for the fundraiser. We want more support as soon as you can. This is our last day of the week, Thursday. Our Friday for us. So I know you in DC. What else you got going on for the week, son?
Actually, I got the DC. I'm partying Friday. Saturday morning, I come back. I got to do a wedding. And Sundays, I'll be here for Sundays. So that's what it is.
What's the theme for this Sunday? What's the theme?
That's a good question. I really don't know. Y'all in the chat room, y'all got any ideas? Everybody except for Ricky Ryan. Please give me an idea of what to play. Because I already know what Ricky wanted here. She's ready for that soca mix. So, yeah, that's what it is. Damn, Kim just left.
Whatever everybody heard. Kim not only left she's not even backstage no more. She knocked all this shit out. Oh, somebody said some slow jams.
Slow jams. Okay. I like that. I like slow jams. We can definitely do some slow jams. Y'all better get your wine ready. And yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Some Jeffrey Osborne, some woo 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 or whatever like that.
Okay. We would do that. So slow jams. I did a slow jam one a while back, but it's time to redo one. We can add a little bit of reggae in there too with the slow jam. So let's do it like that. So that's basically it for the weekend. What about you?
Well, like meetings. We're still doing this work on Cop City. We're planning out some canvassing around the Cop City stuff. We got some other podcasts scheduled, not on BPM, but just to continue talking about the issue of the building this Cop City. This weekend we are doing our mutual aid work in the community, Southwest Atlanta. So now we're giving out as much as 50 to 60 families every 2 weeks. Families who are getting food and toiletries. So that's going on. So we got a lot of work going on in the neighborhood, in the community, as always. And so besides, doing stuff with the fam, I'll be doing stuff with the organization. So
okay. Well, I see we got something right here. Yappa said Manny wanted to talk about Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, but you missed her super chat. She did give $2. Big up, Manny. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about the Sheriff's Department. Do you?
Yeah, I'm not caught up on that news, so I could not give you anything about the Sheriff's Department.
We'll have some for you next week. You know what I'm saying? When we got it all together and I'm not in DC, and
And so you still owe us a mix, just to let you know that part too.
Yeah, as I always hear, I owe a lot of people mixes. What's this?
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Man.
I knocked the power source free from my computer and the computer just died. I was like, oh man.
We'll try not to get you to laugh that hard again, man.
Whew, I was crying. I mean, what's better than white on white violence, yellow on yellow violence, man? The genre is one of my favorite genres. I love it. Y'all was going in on each other today. Ear doctor, I got to give the advantage to you today, sir. I think you got in on Cal a little bit today.
Oh my God. I know he raised all that goddamn money, and it's not going in his pocket, just to let y'all know that. So you're not getting a dime of that. So
teamwork make a dream work. Thanks for instigating, Kim.
Hold on, doctor, is this weekend your birthday? Is this your birthday weekend?
No, it's my sisters and my homeboys. He's turning 50, and yeah, he's in town too, so we just celebrating. 50
Oh,
years
okay.
old.
Wonderful. Good
So,
stuff.
And what you doing
Yeah.
this weekend, Kim? Besides hanging out with Dr. Ball and
To be honest, like I don't really know. It's hard for me to make plans sometimes, but even though this is going to be a really good weather weekend here in the DC area, so I probably should try to figure out something to do. But then I got to figure out what I'm doing with my dogs. Like, sometimes the dogs can't come everywhere, right? So,
Hey, fellas, y'all better holler at Kim. She a good homebody woman. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a woman that like to be at home and I don't know if she could cook, but she be home.
Well, I need them to be fine. Shit. I mean, don't just be selling me out here to some niggas that just like somebody being in the house. Yeah, I like to be in the house with somebody I like to look at. So
I almost feel like we need to do a auction virtual date with you, a virtual date for with Kim. That way,
watch the wording.
Yeah, not auction.
What about with you? Ain't you single?
Yeah.
Y'all do these dating apps? Y'all do the dating apps?
No.
You don't? Oh, okay. Everybody else who's single, they doing the dating app. So
bunch of weirdos. I know,
single, but not married, not in a committed relationship, I should say.
Man, I know people. Not my personal friends, but I've heard of people. I don't know. I mean, anyway, the dating apps is just. I mean, it's sex on demand, right? Like basically, I'm Tinder and all that stuff. Like people just.
I think it just depends on which one you're doing. Some people are actually doing them for dates and relationship building, and then they got the other ones.
But how does that work though? Because like, for example, I know people who have gotten into long-term committed relationships off Tinder, but I thought, I'm like, isn't Tinder the smashing app though? Like, I mean, that's the app to smash.
It's one of them. They got another one, I think, something about fish, plenty of fish. That's the smash ones. I mean, it's so low down there. It's talk about fish in the sea. But I really couldn't I couldn't get no connections. Nobody liked me on a dating app. So I never got no. I mean,
my bad.
I'm more of an organic type. I'm not an approach a woman type. I'm more of a we meet, conversate, somebody introduces me, or we work together somehow. That's usually how my whole thing works out. But as in,
I don't. They on 2 or 3 of them. They got the 2 or 3. They got the ones I forgot the name that she said, but it's the one where the women get to swipe first. So that way they control the male population that's trying to get at them or whatever like that, or whoever's trying to get at them. But then she's got like a black one that she's on exclusively. So they got, I think they just got everything for anybody. But it's like when in terms of the younger days or whatever, it's always, you just meet people. Mm-hmm. And so there was never an app to even consider whatever like that. It was like maybe 4 or 5 years after marriage. It's like everybody's talking about how they dating on apps. It's like, what does that mean?
Kamau, how did you and your wife meet?
At a conference, post 9/11. It was a conference in New York. It was 2002, and she was speaking I was taking someone's place. It was a Malcolm X grassroots movement at the time, and so I went to the conference, and she was speaking at the conference. And I was like, "Oh, who the hell is that?" And so I found her name on the itinerary, and then I plotted it out how I was going to say something political, something magical, something I was going to use my best Malcolm X voice to try to get some attention. And so I picked my moment, made my little spiel, and then afterwards she said, "Oh, I like what you said." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you did."
He went up and be like, he was getting it all together in his head, but when he got there, he's like, That's dope, though. That's dope. That's a beautiful story.
That black political love. I love that. The radical love. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Hey, y'all, we got like 1 minute left, man. We made it. 2 hours of comedy and news and music and everything.
I had other news stories, but the chat interrupted it with their insistence on giving you money for your bad voiceover. So,
on showing the ear doctor love. They insisted on showing the ear doctor some love, and you couldn't stand it.
I'll never forget it. I never.
Hey man, listen. A lot of people don't know these lyrics. They need to know the lyrics, so you got to be broke down in a certain way. Like who knew before when I started Check the Rhyme that Michael Jackson was saying, "The force don't stop till you get enough." A lot of people didn't know that's what he's saying. Keep up with the force, don't stop till you get enough. Exactly. So you got to check the lyrics.
With the fun stuff. Don't stop till you get enough. That kind of thing.
He was talking about the force. The force of love.
Not bad. My lyrics sound funny though. You should have used mine. Kim,
what you got going on
this weekend show wise? Any burn it down?
Well, so my our production person Will is off tomorrow, so I'm really trying to debate on whether or not I should even have a show because it's going to be no frills, no bells, no whistles. It will just be my face in this microphone saying whatever the fuck. So I'm trying to debate on whether or not I should have a show. Anyway, so I don't know. is the short answer is I don't know. I won't have any production support, and that's fine. You know, I'm from radio, nigga. We can talk if you want to talk. We can talk it up like a talker. We can do speaky spokey on the internet. That ain't no big thing. But yeah, I just like, you know, whatever I'm thinking of the audience, right? I want it to be good for y'all. I want it to be good for y'all. So it's up in the air right now. It's up in the air.
Do it, Kim. Listen, I do Sundays without my producer, and I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff.
But you have all that auxiliary support. Buttons to push, yes, but I mean the music is your co-host, right?
Nah, I still gotta put stuff up on the screen, switch camera views, talk to the audience. It's not, you know, your regular show.
You're very good. Was it this last Sundays that you played? What's that song? Keep on. Yeah. I rocked that out. And then you played Nasty Girl, Vanity 6. I almost commented in the chat, and I said, "Wait a minute, I'm about to tell on myself if I comment."
I'm nasty.
All on myself. Look, I had it all typed up. I said, "Oh, here come Kim entering the chat with my drink in my hand." You know what I'm saying? That's right. Pleased to meet you. Still won't tell you my name. Don't you believe in mystery? Don't you want to? You know who loves that song? Men love that song. Men love the shit out of Nasty Girl. I've seen many of them.
It still holds up today. If it plays and my kids are not in the car, bam!
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's right. All right. Well, that's right.
Let's not get him started again.
Nice to meet you. Don't you want to know my name?
Don't you want to know my name?
We gonna get out of here, yo. Big up to everybody. We will check y'all out. Make sure y'all check out I Mix What I Like in the morning at 8 a.m. And we will be right back next week with the Remix Morning Show, 8 to 10, Tuesday through Thursday. Peace, y'all.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, y'all. Thank y'all.
Not the super chat.
Oh, wow.
We got another one. Hold on, let me show some love real quick.
Show some love. Hey, Remixers, we appreciate
you. To come out in his feelings. That's a good one.
Yeah. Play that out.
And we out of here, y'all. Peace.